Well, hey, this is Dave Trotter here, and I am with Suresh Kumar, the president of Harvest India, and just privileged to be able to conduct a video interview with him. Power's out right there in Andhra Pradesh right now. Is that right, Suresh?
Yes, right now I'm in Andhra Pradesh, and it is very humidity and hot here. It's morning 9:30 time here, and but the weather is good and hot.
Hot, yes. So luckily, Suresh is running off battery power to let us be able to connect with him via video. So my apologies for it not being totally clear, but it's just a great opportunity to be able to interview him. Suresh, we're going to be there in less than a month to begin capturing footage for this Mother India documentary. And, we're going to be spending some time in Chennai with kids in urban slums as well as in rural villages, capturing unaccompanied kids that are alone, living on the streets. Give a background for somebody here in the United States that doesn't know about the issue with orphans. We read that current UNICEF figures are that 31 million orphans are living in India. That just sounds like a big number to us in the United States. Give us the reality. What is life like for an orphan in India?
Yeah, I think before I give that information, just let me talk about exactly where India is right now. So India, people are thinking that India is growing and blooming, and India is economically doing very well, and things are big and things are great. There are many opportunities and many things have been going on. So Indian economy is growing. There are a lot of companies, a lot of things are doing very well in India. Right now, that is the present talk about India. But why don't the people look to the millions of problems what we are having right now? Especially as you have asked the question about these orphan children. There are many orphan children, especially in urban areas, in cities. Like Chennai, Calcutta, Mumbai, Bangalore, in Hyderabad, and the kids, they are everywhere. They are under the bridges, they are in the railway station, they are in the places, even the dust, garbage areas where the kids are always taking the stuff and collecting and selling, and even they are eating. They lost their parents, and the way they are living in India is miserable. This is very need about the condition and the problems what these orphan children are facing.
Suresh, we had quite a bit of breakup there, but it sounded like, just a huge issue with orphans, obviously, in India. And I know that the issue of orphans is also very complex, that some kids are runaways. Some kids have lost one parent and the other parent has to work in the fields full time, and so the kids are neglected and they don't have the resources that they really need to grow up to be productive members of society. And then some kids obviously have lost both family members, whether it's to HIV and AIDS or a tragedy or whatever it might be. The possibility of us being able to produce a 30 to 45 minute documentary just on what orphans go through. We want to tell their stories. We don't want to just stand in front of slums and quote statistics. We want to actually talk to orphan after orphan after orphan and hear their story of where they came from and what they deal with on a daily basis. When we talk to an orphan, what do you think we're going to hear from them? What do you think the stories are going to be like?
I can tell there is bitterness in their hearts, neglection, and betrayal, and untrust. There is no trust about the people, because the way that they been living their life, because nobody cares them, nobody give any hope and any shelter or food. People, they just neglected them. They don't want to take care even to talk to them and spend time with them, because many children lives, you can see this bitterness and hatred and trust issue because they've been cheating by the people, the way that people have been using them and abuse them, as well as people always they have a mentality of condemning them instead of helping them. So when we present these children and their stories, I believe that God will speak to the people.
Now,
I believe the people will be changed.
how many orphans? And I know you can't put a percentage on it, but how pervasive is abuse, whether physical abuse or sexual abuse, or even taking the child and enslaving them and making them work? Is that something that's common that we will see?
Yeah, it's always common sight here. It's always common. It's always common. People, they always they're using them and they are not really treating well to them, and it is a common sight to them.
Now, obviously, one of the big parts of this documentary is to kind of have a behind the scenes view of what Harvest India is doing among orphans. And I know that for 20, 30 years, Harvest India has been dedicated to helping orphans and getting them off the streets and providing them with shelter and food, clothing, education, and medical care. How many orphans are currently under the care of Harvest India?
We have 1,400 plus orphans and semi-orphans, and the kids, even they did not have any history where exactly they came from, and they don't know their father and mother. Even there is no history. We do have those kids, and Harvest India have been protecting them and providing them, and we been educating them. And we do have children, those who came to our children home 15, 20 years back, and those who are going to engineering colleges, and those who are in secular colleges. And you can take a very good video and their experience, the way that they are growing in our children home. And I am very happy and very thankful to God, the opportunity that He has given to us to do.
That's great. That's great. What would be some of your hopes and dreams for this documentary when it's shown in the United States and in the United Kingdom?
And I believe that God is going to change the people's heart to stand behind these lives. And my prayer is that this is the next generation. These are the people who are going to stand for the future of India. These are the children Christ died for them too. These are the children, one day they will rise up like a William Carey, Mother Teresa, like the president right now. I think last term, there was a Dalit president in India. So I am expecting there is a great potential in these children, as long as somebody will stand. Somebody will say, yes, I want to do something for these children. So I believe we will change. We cannot change all India, but we can change in some extent. And blessing these children and bringing them in and giving the hope and dignity so that they can stand in the gap and they will be better citizens of India, and India will be changed more, and they will stand behind many lives in the days to come.
Suresh, I just get chills, as you talk about that. And our hope is that this Mother India documentary will do two things. One, raise the awareness in people's minds and hearts in the United States and in the UK of the plight of orphans. That they can't just put it out of their minds. People in the U.S. hear all the time about Africa and the orphans that are there, and that's a serious issue, and we're concerned about that as well. But I think oftentimes India just gets left out of Americans' thinking because we think, oh, India is growing, it's prosperous, but we want to raise the awareness of the plight of orphans. And then number two, we want to help people see how God is uniquely using Harvest India to make a huge impact in orphans' lives. So Suresh, I'm so honored that you would give us an open door to capture what's going on through the work of Harvest India. We're excited to be with you and see you in a few weeks. And if you had the opportunity to speak to a potential donor, somebody who's thinking about investing $20, $50, $100, $1,000 in the Mother India documentary, and they're kind of going, I'm not really sure if I should invest or make a donation toward this, what would you say to them?
I can tell to the donors, this is an opportunity, this is not an obligation. And I can tell to every person, whoever may be, watching this video, this is the best investment that they can sow something where they can reap thousandfold. Because they are not just giving money to individuals, they are giving something for the generations. They are paying something that will stand forever and change the destiny. Not only that, they will be blessing for many people. I was an orphan boy. I was an orphan children in an orphan children home. I have a heart, I have a passion for these little children. So just think about one Suresh Kumar, how have been influencing and changing many orphan children. So if we change at least maybe 10, 20 Suresh Kumars, even in the crowd, wherever we may be in future, they may reach millions and millions of children in the days to come. I do agree, people think that India is growing, but one fact that I would like to present right now, India is growing, rich people are growing, but the poor are the same. Rich became richer and richer, poor became poorer and poorer in India. 20% population living in urban areas, 79% population living in the villages with the very basic and normal conditions, and still there are many things are the same. India is really struggling financially, but there are people who have tons of money. And I do agree with that. India is growing, but there is some need to these orphan children, those who are neglected, those who born by this HIV and AIDS people, those who born by the people in red light areas, those who are neglected by the parents, those who are in the hands of these bad guys in the cities. They are making them crippled to begging them in the streets. So we are the people to change the destiny. We are the people to do something in these end days. I am challenging, I am encouraging, I am praying for the people, whoever may be listening this video. Could you please pray and do your best? Mother India project will change the nation of India, and the next generation will be blessed for the glory of God. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Suresh. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Oh man, thank you very much, Dave. I love you. Thank you for the dedication. Thank you for thinking about my country, my nation. On behalf of my country, on behalf of Harvest India, we speak blessings on this project.
Thank you.